Hey guys, whoop, ball. All right. Hey guys, welcome to stretch class. Today's going to be upper body focused. So particularly scapula, shoulders, elbows. All right. Let's get right into it. We're going to start off with some scapular cars from all fours. All right. So if we start on all fours, we're going to start by elevating and retracting. And then from here, we will depress, protract, elevate, retract, depress, protract, elevate, retract. Try not to let the elbow or true shoulder joint move while we do this. So you can see if your elbow spins just by looking down at it. Let's go one more round here. And reverse. Do 5 rotations this way. Nice, slow, controlled. You're trying to provide good sensory feedback to the brain as to where I'm moving my shoulder. Stella. Good. I think that was about 5. And now I'm going to go into some capsular cars for the shoulder. So I'm going to sit, elevate it. Still working on this little knee injury, but it's getting better. That feels pretty good. All right. I think it might feel better if I crisscross the other way. Nope. This way. All right. So from here, I have one tennis ball. Does it have another in there? I do. All right. Cool. We're going to do some capsular cars. So from here, we're going to go, it's basically a Cuban rotation. So we're here, and we're just going to rotate through that humerus. All right, notice the angle that my shoulder is at. I'm slightly adducted. Sorry. This is quite difficult for me with my left shoulder injury. Really squeezing, trying to internally rotate as far as I can here. Squeeze. The more I squeeze, the less pain I feel. More neural drive and activation. I'm also trying to keep my shoulders protracted. Shoulder blades protracted. That's about 3. We'll do about 5 here. One more. Ooh, good. All right. We're going to go into sideline. We're going to go into some sleeper stretches. All right. For that internal rotation of the humerus, we're going to do some sleeper paddles, rails. Don't worry, I turned off the cover on the couch so it doesn't beep. If you were with me last week, remember that it started going off and I thought it was my fire alarm. It was a little embarrassing. All right, so let's go over the setup for the sleeper. First, I want to depress and protract the shoulder blade. I want armpit at 90 degrees with the body, elbow at 90 degrees. Hips are piped as to kind of stabilize me. A little pillow for the head. Neck stays neutral. And I'm going to slowly internally rotate this shoulder until I start to feel a stretch on the outside of it. Alexa, set timer 2 minutes.
2 minutes, starting now.
I don't want to feel anything bad in the elbow and the neck. This is all kind of working right behind that shoulder. I'm going to keep trying to fold my body forward over the shoulder, keep that shoulder pinned down. There it is. We're holding this stretch for 2 minutes. The pals contraction is going to be pushing up into my right hand. Rails is going to be try to internally rotate more. We're going to do 2 sets of our pals rails, and I want maximal activation today, as high as you can get. I keep have to remember to depress and protract that scapula. That's the point I want to train my scapula at. That's the point I want to train the shoulder at in relation to the scapula. That's the position I've been working on in a lot of my stuff recently. And just one of the ways that you can get better in a position is anything else that you do, try to do it from that position, even if it doesn't necessarily create movement in that area. Breathing, trying to sink deeper into this. Alexa, stop timer. Pals contraction, slowly start to ramp it up. Squeeze harder. Now as hard as you can. Neural drive, squeeze it. 20, 19. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Internally rotate more. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, rest and breathe. Alexa, set timer 1 minute.
1 minute, Starting now.
Hey, cut it up. Breathe, relax. Let it. It's my ball. Don't you take it. Good, let it. We're going to come out of this in 1 minute. A few more seconds. Once the timer goes off, we're gonna high intensity. Alexa, stop. Rotate our arm externally. Go. Squeeze. Feel that pedals tissue contracting all the way. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Let's just do some reps with this now. So we're here. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. Ooh. Oh, that's difficult for me. And that left shoulder especially. All right. Let's come down, right shoulder down. All right. Let's see if we can get the same setup. So shoulder blade, depressed, protracted. Feet are out in front of you. Elbows directly out in front of the shoulder. Alexa, set timer 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Starting now.
Start breathing, slowly sinking into that stretch. Try not to let that arm pop up, that shoulder pop up. Don't let it slide out. Trying to relax the neck as much as I can. Focus on that shoulder. Focus on deep belly breaths. Getting deeper into that internal rotation stretch. Which, as you can see, is not a lot for me. Keep finding it. It's a skill to find this stretch and keep it. Observe what you're feeling. Observe what you're looking at. Stay focused during this period. Remember, PALS is pushing up into the arm. Alexa, stop timer. Pals contraction. Ready? Go. Ramp it up. Activate the back part of that tissue to push up into the left arm. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rails. Twenty. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and stretch. Find that stretch. Alexa, set timer 1 minute. Alexa, set timer 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
Breathe into that stretch. Keep the back part of the shoulder pressed down. Alexa, stop timer. High intensity squeeze. Roll it all the way back. And let's come up and do some reps of what we started with the internal external rotation from abducted. High intensity internal. 1. 2, I have my hand across so that I don't rotate out of this position. 3, 4, 5. Whew. All right. I want to go into some shoulder flexion hovers. So, how can I set this up? I'm going to go diagonal here. All right, so we want to lie flat on our stomach. And before we get fully into this, I'm going to show you some stuff. So, when your arms are up above your head, this position is called shoulder flexion. And your shoulder can flex in this position, kind of right next to your ear. Right here, it's right kind of next to your ear, a little bit further away. And we start getting into more of an abduction position, horizontal abduction, all that, right? But in some way, it's all kind of on the spectrum of flexion. So we're going to work on shoulder flexion without the assistance of the lumbar spine, all right? And I want to try to do this from an externally rotated shoulder. So what that means is I'm going to roll that shoulder like that and protract my scapula so it comes around my spine. All right, so I'm specifically trying to work on shoulder flexion with a protracted scapula and an externally rotated shoulder. All right? So if we just lie flat on our stomach first, with our head down, I want you to just move over a little bit. Okay. I want you to first find some stabilization in the pelvis. All right, so some stabilization in the pelvis is just a little butt squeeze, abs a little tight, and we're trying not to excessively arch the low back. And from here, look at me right now, my right shoulder is shrugged up towards my ear. I want to take my right shoulder blade and depress it and protract it. And then I'm going to try to turn that upper arm so that the ball faces the ceiling. And from here, I'm going to try to lift up and over my block. Good. That's one. We're going to go up and over the other one here. Same position with the scapula. Depress, protract it, externally rotate the arm. Keep that elbow locked. I'm going to put my head down and put my other arm out to the side for a little bit of counterbalance. All right. I'm going to try to challenge myself a little bit by elevating my blocks. Make them a little bit higher to get over. Set the spine. Set the scapula. Set the true shoulder joint. Deep breath. Ready. All right, that's two. I'm gonna see if I can go even higher here. This feels pretty good to me today. I'm sure the left arm's not gonna feel quite as good. All right, here we go. One more, out and back. Let's depress, protract, lock out the elbow, lift, 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 lift. Ooh. Nice work. So they were 3 shoulder flexion hovers. Now we gotta do it from the other side. So I'm gonna turn my mat just a little bit so you guys have a better view. I think we should be fine. All right. I'm here. Sitting up my blocks there and there. All right. Let me adjust the camera. The beauty of teaching in a one-bedroom apartment. All right. Here we go. Left arm now. All right. So I'm down. This side is going to be much harder for me. Get a basic lineup of where you want your blocks. Just because of my left shoulder issues. All right. So I'm going to start right there. Other hand's going to be out to the side. Create a little bit of tension over there. All right. So now I'm going to give me a little ab and butt tightness. Give me a little scapular depression, protraction. That's one. I'm going to reset again, make sure I have this external rotation. I definitely lost it on that one. All right, bring it on back now, y'all. Protract, depress. Oh, that was tough. I felt that one though. Right in that weak spot. All right. So here's what I'm feeling. I definitely feel a weak spot on the bottom of my scapula running up to my arm. All right. So I know I have an injury there. I can certainly get my arm higher than this, but my goal is to target that weak spot. And if I turn my blocks upright on this side, I'm not going to be able to do that. So I'm going to keep them low. I'm going to be honest to the tissue that I'm trying to train. And I'm going to keep focus on that and not worry about the external task of getting higher. All right, these blocks are a good marker for me right now. So be honest with yourself. Here we go, round two. That's two. One more. Protract. Depress. Squeeze. That's three. Oh man. I sure did take a lot out to the back of that shoulder. Alright? So it's important to work on that. Alright, so we did our shoulder flexion hovers. Let's go into some elbow stuff. I'm going to sit on my blocks Indian style. Let me just alter camera angle one more time. All right. And right back there. All right. I'm going to sit here, a little bit of back support. And while I'm doing this, I decided I want to spend some time in a squat position. So I'll just do it for my squat. All right. So I want to work on just some capsule elbow cars. And we're going to do that from the bent arm position. All right. So if you start here, think about shoulders tight, elbows tucked in. I'm going to depress and protract my scapula, just as I've been working on for a lot of stuff. Squeeze the balls. And all I'm going to do is pronate, or flip the palms down, but I'm going to try to go as far as I can. Focus on what you're feeling in that elbow joint. This is all happening at the elbow. That's two. You can see my left hand shakes a lot when I supinate. And I can feel it up in my shoulder. I can certainly feel it down in the elbow. Three. Four. Five. Whew. use the bed or the couch here to do a little elbow hinge from some shoulder flexion. So we're going to combine what we just did with the shoulders with our elbow supination, pronation, and flexion extension. So what I want you to do is try to start palms facing each other or up. And then we're going to drop our head between our arms. Keep the elbows on the couch. From here, we're going to try to supinate and bend the elbows. And I feel a big stretch through the triceps here, and then go back down. One. Two. Three. Four. Five. Good, let's rest for a second. Shake that out. So, what I've been working on is being able to externally rotate my shoulder while it's in flexion and up overhead. And this position makes it really difficult to do that. See, as I bend the elbows, the hands converge because my shoulder wants to internally rotate it. I would like to strengthen enough that my hands don't have to converge. One way to do this is you can do this with a broomstick or a pole in your hand. And actually, let me show you that right now. I'm going to do it with a rolling pin that I have. Thank God for Kate, great baker, has a rolling pin. All right, so I'm gonna hold this rolling pin, supinated grip, and we'll go arms out in front, and I can actually try to align it so that my elbows are a little bit tighter than my hands. Probably won't stay like that, but I can try. All right, let's try 5 more here. One. Two. Try to wiggle those elbows closer. Three. Four. Five. Good. Shake it out again. Ooh. All right, the shoulder's feeling pretty good. The elbow's feeling pretty good too. Definitely a few cracks. I want to do one more set of this. And I think I liked it better with the rolling pin, so I'll try it again like that. This time, I'm also going to try, when I have my elbows bent, I'm going to try to actually lift the elbows up off of the couch. So there's going to be an added little bonus here. I don't think it's going to be possible for me at this stage right now. I'm not even sure I'll be able to get the leverage to do that, but we'll see. Worth a shot. Here we go. Good. So I did feel that. I didn't actually lift anything, but I could feel the attempt. Target it in the tissue that I want it to. Three. 4. Try to get those elbows closer. And 5. Good. Nice work. All right. I'm going to finish off with some of my favorites here. Some swimmers. And actually, I think I want to do some full elbow cars. Before we do that, from this deep squat position. So assisted deep squat position, what we were just in. Arms are going to be out to the side. Try to fully supinate. We're going to do full cars, high tension. Clench, pronate, extend, supinate. 2. 2. 3. Ooh, man, I just found something in my shoulder. I know what is going on is I have a little bicep tendonitis, but there's also probably a tear or something back there that I've had chronically that just never fully healed right. So it makes this whole joint unstable, constant work in progress. All right, let's go out in front. We'll do the same thing here. Two. 3. All right, we're going to go back out to the side and we're going to reverse our car. All right, so we'll, from here, pronated curl, supinate, extend. Good, last time out in front. Pronated curl, supinate, extend. Whew. All right, let's get up for some deep squats. Get set up for some deep squat swimmers. I'm going to turn around here, be in my deep squat so that you guys can see me. Boom. Boom. I'll try to do good deep squat position. We're going to do 5 swimmers here. All right, might take a break in between, depending on how good my shoulder's feeling. All right, squeeze those hips. Nice big chest. Let's begin. That was 3. Ooh, feel myself falling backwards. Need to take a rest here. We got 2 more here. All right, let's reset those feet. Here we go. One more. Here we go. Ooh. Good work today, guys. Thanks for joining me in You Need to Stretch. See everyone next week.